What is up, legends? This is your boy Sion. Obviously, we're back with HypeWatch. Another week, another HypeWatch. Again, this is 2 weeks in a row. HypeWatch is at over 20,000 views. I don't even know what to say to that. I do kind of know partially the reason why. We're going to talk about that at the end, but we're just going to get right into it because everybody is just here for the news and not to hear me just go on about stuff. So let's get right into it. Starting off, Street Fighter 6. All right, so Street Fighter 6, just off of the beta, is probably one of the greatest fighting games ever made, right? Just off the beta, yo. The beta is looking amazing. Why is this white? Hello? That is weird. Anyway, just off the beta, it's literally like the game itself. I've been watching the people. Obviously, I didn't get into it, which is sucky, but I've been watching a bunch of people stream it on Twitch, and it's looking amazing. It's just looking amazing. The character creation is great. The characters, fight iteration, the whole battle hub. The battle hub reminds me of PlayStation Home, and PlayStation Home was lit. PlayStation Home was always amazing, and they literally just remade that and made it better. So if you are looking to get into a fighting game, what I'm going to tell you early, right off the bat, is get Street Fighter 6 and start playing immediately day one, because that's the best time to play, because there's going to be a whole bunch of new people just like you. You're going to be able to get some good fights around your skill level, get in and just have a lot of fun with stuff, make characters that kind of look like how you want them to look. It's going to be pretty good. You can probably even kind of just do like a cosplay character. Like if there's like characters from different franchises, you can just make the character and bring them into the Street Fighter world, and it's going to be lit. It's going to be lit. So definitely try to get into that one. So keeping the PC theme, Scorn. I don't have a key for this yet. I'm going to say yet, but this game is as scary as hell, and it's kind of like a survival slash Doom slash is going to scare the hell out of you type of game. I can't say enough that if you're into shooters, get this game. Like just the look and the aesthetic and everything else like this. Anything that's Doom like, it automatically you gotta get it. You just got to get it. So just keep that in mind. Next up is we have Street Girls. Obviously you guys see that I have the game already, and this is pretty much like Elden Ring, a faster Elden Ring, but it's pretty cool. Like it's a lot of fun. You guys saw it on the channel. I did a video on the channel. That video is actually getting a lot of views, which is it's probably gonna hit 10K, which I didn't think, and it'll be the first PC title that I've covered that actually hit 10K in a while, actually. Obviously, historically, some of my biggest videos on the channel are PC titles. One that's almost 1 million views is a PC title. So, going into PC stuff again and bringing the reviews back, it's actually going really well, and that's all on you guys. I gotta thank you guys. You guys are showing up, and new people are showing up, and we got new people on the channel, new people in the Discord. It's just going really well. So let's keep it moving. And as far as this game, try it out. I believe the demo is still up, and if you're looking for something new to actually for your PC to actually get into, this is probably one of the best games that you can get right now on the 11th when it's actually out. Next up was we have No More Heroes. You guys, like people who play in gaming, you know what No More Heroes is, and this is the third iteration of it with Travis Touchdown. Try it out. It's definitely a cool game. You can probably ask me how I know. I know it's a cool game, and I'm only going to show you hype on the HypeWatch. So definitely get into it. And if you're into the franchise and just like pretty much a fast-paced action, crazy weapons, and wilding out things type to happen, like okay story, but it's typically just an action game, as you guys can see. But if you're into that type of thing, it's definitely going to be one for you. So moving on to the mobile side of things, the very first game that we have available right now is GT Racing Real Car. Now this has a 0, mainly because it just came out, and people when stuff it's like they don't read or pay attention. I'm actually doing this on Friday. You guys know I do HypeWatch on Friday, and it is actually Friday right now. Let me see. Let me bring this up so I can show you guys. See, Friday right now, and then you see what time in the morning I'm actually doing this as well. So what people do on Q app is they don't read, and they don't really understand that when a game comes, like, so to speak, and sometimes it's not actually available. I actually got to play this a little bit in beta, and you guys know I don't really cover racing stuff on the channel, but mobile wise, what I'm looking for is a racer to actually look like a PC title on mobile, and this is one of those that actually does. And I rarely ever speak on mobile games, like once in a while, maybe once a month, but this is definitely one you should look out for if you're looking for a racing title on mobile. Next up, let me just translate this real quick, is Raising of Joan of Arc. This is typically one of those idle games, but the difference in this is that is, based off of Joan, and her weapons actually morph and change while you're going. That's literally like the theme of this, just to let you guys know, which is a little bit different than the other type. There's about 100 games in this type of feel, but this one's a little bit different because the way that they put the action, the way they actually use the weapons, and they lead with that. That's what they're trying to go with this. This is literally what they're trying to go with this because there's like 100 of them. So if you're into that type of thing, because this is a genre, this is like a little mini genre by itself. These little idle games like this particular type, not idle in general, but this particular type is like a mini subgenre in idle, where there's just a lot of them and they're all trying to one up each other. Next up, we have Tree of Savior M. Tree of Savior is like Ragnarok, but kind of in my opinion better than Ragnarok. I always thought this was better than Ragnarok, but this is the mobile version of it, and this is the Korean version of the mobile version. So if you're into that type of thing, you want to try it out, here it is for you to rock out. Next up, we have Sorcerer's Idol. Again, another one that's actually available right now, and this is a different type of idle game where they're pretty much, you have like a cutesy girl character, which this is probably could be considered a subtype as well, where they just have like a female character that she actually can change her gear. They put emphasis around the skins and everything else. She already has 100k because it's actually not that bad as an idle game. You actually have a little bit of leeway and freedom in what you can actually build on the character and some bosses and stuff like that. So try that out. Next up, we have Dungeons and Tiles. Now, this was a different name before. I covered this like 3 months ago. I don't recall what the name was, but it was pretty interesting because it was fast. It looks cheesy and cheap, like they made this like on Atari or something like this, but it's a fast-paced game where it makes you choose and determine how you want to go through a dungeon. If you choose wrong, you die, pretty much. It's one of those strict type of games, so keep that in mind. Next up, I kind of a little bit, I put this here because it's a mobile game and a PC game, but I want to reiterate how good Undecember is. This is a very good game. When I was playing, I was like, damn, this don't even seem like technically it's an indie slash AAA game, but it feels like a straight AAA. Like they put $1 million and plus into this type of game. It feels good. It plays good. You guys saw I showed it on the channel a few times. You really probably should get into this one and give it a little bit of hype, because this one is probably going to be one of those bangers out there. Just remember, I told you it's going to be a banger. Like I showed you on the channel, like it's going to be popular. I don't know if it's going to be popular. It should do what Diablo Immortal didn't. If we're being real right now, as long as they don't mess it up and make it super predatory like Diablo, is going to just be just fine. This is going to go really great. Next up, we have Armored Front. You can pre-register for this. Armored Front we also covered on the channel. I believe this is the Chinese version of it, but you can still pre-register with your Google Play and play, which is pretty nice. A lot of companies are doing that now to actually allow us in, because they know we're going to try to come and play anyway, so they just allow you to come play. This is one of those Worms-like games, if you ever played Worms and tanks and stuff like that. This one was actually pretty cool, so give it a rock if you want to actually pre-register and play it. Your Majesty is another potential hype game. the way that the characters are, the way that the attacks are, it feels like a mini Final Fantasy, the way that they actually attack, and they actually have some depth behind the skills. It's not simply idling and stuff like that, where it feels like you're just not doing anything. And as you can see, the illustrations and the characters actually don't look that bad, so keep that in mind. Yeah, chilling. They actually, that's just some good illustrations. Whoever was doing the illustrations, they did a good job. They did a good job on these characters. I like it. All right, so I know that you probably like that. Damn, that was quick. Last but certainly not least is ETE Chronicle. I have showed the trailer for this many a time, and you're gonna see another trailer for this. This is 100,000 million. That's not a number, but it's gonna be the hype. This game, I got, obviously it's a Billy game. Billy don't be missing majority of the time. Like maybe 5% of the time they miss, but other 95% of the time they got bangers. They just produce bangers. It's just what happens. This one you will see the trailer at the end of the video. This is 100% the hype of the video. I again have major faith that this one is going to be a really good game. So if you are somebody who has a Billy account, pre-register right now so you can get all the rewards. But if you have a Billy account, you can just play anyway. I do not think that you're going to be able to get in, even though it's saying Google Play. I don't think that they're actually going to allow Google Play Global to actually get into this game. They usually never do. In very rare cases that happens, and companies are doing it more and more, but I don't think a Billy game has ever done that. I'm trying to think. I think this is the only one game that did that was Eternal Tree. Eternal Tree is the only Billy game that allowed you to use your global English Google Play account. I think that's like the only one that I can remember. There probably is another one, but they probably don't even exist anymore. Because if that was the case, I probably would still been playing it, showing it to you guys. But their game probably long gone. I think there is one more, but I think that game got canceled. But with that said, that's all we have for this video. And really quick before we get into the trailer and I let you get out of here for the Sunday, the reason why HypeWatch is actually is getting the views that it's getting is because China and Japan are actually showing it on their versions of YouTube. And I didn't know that until somebody showed me. He was like, well, isn't this your video over there? And what they're doing is they're reposting it over there. And then then people are going from that to my actual channel. And I noticed the traffic. I don't really care because I'm not posting it on those platforms. I could, because I actually have names on those platforms. You guys know, some of you know that I actually have a Billy account, and I post videos there sometimes when I remember to actually do, but I never actually had a Japanese gaming account. And for whatever reason, somebody is posting it, whatever else like this. And I'm supposed to like flag them, but I'm not gonna flag them. Like they're posting it, and people are coming from that to my channel, and they're literally saying, and like, this is not my content. This is Scion's content. Go support the channel. So I have people in 2 different languages doing that, which is where the views are coming from. Because I was like, why is this happening with this particular thing more so than everything else? And what's happening when that they're coming in and looking at HypeWatch that way, it's funneling out. Now they're watching all of HypeWatch. And I'm starting to get, the Asian comments and stuff like that in general, which is great. Which is great. Like, when people start doing stuff like that for you, you don't be a jerk and start chasing that. Hey, it's my I don't care. I don't care. Like, you guys are bringing people in to the channel. People are showing love. I haven't found anybody being disrespectful or anything else like that to me or the community. Because somebody asked me, do I dislike that people are doing? I don't care. I don't care if they want to actually show other regions my content and bring people in. That's the whole point. Like, that's the whole point. I'm pretty sure they're reposting and getting credit for it and money for it and stuff like that. It's not in English. Nobody's doing that in English. Nobody's doing that in the YouTube market. And I'm not doing anything in those markets anyway. So if they want to repost my stuff, they can repost my stuff. I'm actually okay with that. So it is what it is. And they, like I said, they're giving me credit anyway. So, like whatever. Hi China, hi Japan. I said this partially in a video earlier this week, like what was happening, where the people were coming from. But again, hi China, hi Japan. Like, thank you for your love and your support and the views and everything else like this. And again, just to wrap this up, because YouTube says I don't do this enough. We do have membership on the channel. Hit the join button to support the channel a little bit extra. And, for a month you get emojis, and you get, which I'm pretty bad at explaining this because it feels awkward for me. That's why I don't like doing it. I know people you get paid. Like, I don't like doing it, but you get emojis and you get flair that you can actually use on the channel, and you get entered into a gaming giveaway that happens every month, which I used to always do on Twitch. And I stopped because I just wasn't doing that on YouTube, but we're doing it on YouTube now. So if you want to be interested in that, that's how you be interested in that. We do have a few members on the channel, people who support like that. So if you'd like to join that, do that. Other than that, like and subscribe, all that good stuff. That's free. Let me know what you feel in the comment section, and enjoy the trailer. Happy Sunday.
闇の中で戦えば闇に飲まれてしまうこともあるだろう。欲望は深淵に漂う誘惑の餌。食らいつく者は己がこの世の浮き沈みを左右できると幻想を抱く。だが運命は等しく闇を与えるだけ。執行官、あなたは光。光こそ私たちを照らしてくれる希望。闇を払い夜明けを迎える時が来た。天球の暗影に踏み入れよう。戦いはもう始まっている。さあ共に行こう。砲声を響かせ鎖を解き放て。大地に海にそして空に、私たちは鋼鉄の誓いを掲げる。人類同盟の名のもとに鋼鉄の翼で空を突き破って人々の未来を切り開く刃となろう。私たちと一緒に世界に光を取り戻そう。放射の響きで再び光を灯すために。